We're on.
Yeah.
Great.
Wednesday, Gold Cup, Shark Tales.
I'm grouchy and I don't want to talk.
All right,
So
I'll
you do all the talking. I'm just going to sit here and
When
just
does
grit my
that
teeth.
happen? Why are you in a bad mood?
Told you I wasn't talking.
You're not gonna
Read
talk
my
at all.
lips.
Read my lips. I ain't talking.
I don't know. We were just really close to being good every time I hit the track, and every time I hit the track, we had shit results.
Yeah.
So there.
We didn't. Yeah, well, you qualified better than me.
Yeah, again, 13 thousandths of a second off the front row. Instead of starting on the pole, I start 5th.
Yeah.
And then I go 5th to 2nd, and the goddamn yellow flag comes out. You got to give one spot back, and
Yeah.
I somehow passed Larson.
Still
Don't
got
ask me
to third,
how
though.
the
Yeah,
hell
yeah,
I did
yeah.
that, but that doesn't work very long. So of course he got back by me. So then I'm in 4th, going, holy shit! I thought I might win this heat race, and now I'm fucking around trying not to transfer out of it.
Right.
But the idiot behind me wasn't fast, so I wasn't worried about him.
Who was that guy?
Yellow 7B.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was you.
That guy's slow.
Did the scoreboard work in our heat race?
No.
What was
Didn't
wrong
work
with
in the
it?
main either.
Did it?
Didn't
Okay,
work at all.
I'll
It
typically
hasn't.
look.
It didn't work all night.
Wonder what you can't
So,
have your scoreboard not
My
work at the
my race
biggest
pass
race.
wasn't working in the beginning, and then the scoreboard wasn't working, but race monitor was working, so that was weird.
Good
But then-
old race monitor, old reliable race monitor.
I know. Yeah, tribute to Eloy right there, right?
Oh, Eloy.
So yeah.
I
Anyways,
even liked Eloy, and I didn't even really have a relationship with him.
He's
Yeah,
the best.
super nice guy.
And then I did a memorial lap for Robbie Pageant tonight.
Okay, is that what that was? I did not know you.
You
were
thought I was
doing
getting
that.
a warm-up lap for the
Well,
heat
it
race.
was
huh?
funny
You were
because they
getting a
said
warm-up
you were.
lap.
He said there was a memorial race coming for someone who recently passed away, and I was like,
Memorial
oh, they're doing one for Eloy, and then they're like, and Andy Forsberg's going to do it. I'm well, why is he doing a memorial
Because
lap
scorers
for Eloy?
love me. So yeah, I didn't do a memorial lap for Eloy. I did it for Robbie Pageant, which obviously John and Robbie were the promoters there forever. And there's probably not too many cars left in the pits that had a tie to the Pageant family.
Yeah.
We were parked next to Rod Tyner, so you got the Tyners, but they had Corey Eliason driving for him. So I think it was probably fitting that I did the memorial lap tonight.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
that was cool. I mean, my dad ran Gold Cups at West Capitol. And I ran Gold Cups at Chico. They promoted both of them. Robbie was pretty instrumental, apparently, about getting the Gold Cup to Chico.
Yeah, John didn't want to.
Once West
Oh,
Capitol closed, yeah,
really?
there was some like, well, what do we do with this race? Because at that time, John promoted a lot at Dixon. They didn't have Placerville yet, but yeah, so Robbie was the one who's like, let's take it to Chico. And then obviously, we all remember the Gold Cup of the 80s. I mean, that was a pretty big deal.
I don't.
Well, that's because you're so young, Lisa.
Yeah, I don't remember those either.
Haven't you watched any of Grove Hill's videos?
I don't have Grove Hill videos.
Oh, man.
Uh,
Grove Hill died too. Ugh, all these old G's. But anyways, we both got out of our heat race.
Yeah, just snuck in my hairs on my chin.
Was it a battle? Were you battling anybody?
Well, I took Chance Grasty out.
Again?
Took another
You crashed
kid out.
another person?
I know.
What is this reputation gonna... I mean, you need to be called like the jerk out there. I mean, how many people do you have to take out before your good guy reputation goes away?
Yeah.
He wouldn't apologize though.
Yeah.
Nobody does
That's
that
it.
anymore.
No, nobody does something like that. I will say, back in this one driver's heyday of being a total douchebag driver, he was getting blamed for every crash. And one night, I literally took him out. It was all my fault. I went in low, broke the brakes off it, and I just drilled him, and we both flipped. And all anybody could talk about was how this guy took out Forsberg. I mean, it was all my fault.
All your fault?
Yeah, but I mean, it just there
But
was
the
a
guy
crash.
has a reputation.
There was a crash,
Yeah.
and it had to be that guy's fault.
Yeah. So I'm
I
in,
won't name who it was,
all right. I'm in 6th.
but it
One
was in
spot
the
out of
early
the transfer.
2000s.
Larson's and 2 spots ahead of me. He runs to the bottom. Chance runs to the bottom. So I'm ripping the top and I'm coming. They're both sliding up the track. I have a run on Larson. So I'm either hitting him. Chance is right there.
You should have bump draft him. He's used to that.
Right. But no, this is sprint cars. We don't do that. So, yeah, you're either like get to them and hold the brakes and basically concede the spot, like, fine, I don't need the final transfer spot, go ahead. But there was a little gap that I could try to slingshot by him, but Chance was right there, and I was hoping I can squeeze through, and I wasn't able to. So, apologize to Chance. I said, hey, that was on me. Like,
He kept going though. You didn't like.
no,
force
it
him?
wrecked him.
Oh,
Yeah, wiped out his front end. So,
What a
but
dick.
I know it was a jerk move, and I told him, I said, hey, like, I was in desperation mode. Like, I'm one spot out. I didn't qualify well, so I'm not gonna have a good starting spot for the B. So,
Robert Ballew's dad's watching.
oh yeah, I heard
The
he.
bulldozer's dad.
Oh, yeah, I heard he said he enjoys the show.
Yeah.
That's nice. Rockland.
I don't think he
Blues.
lives in Rockland anymore. I think he moved
I know,
back.
that's where they were from.
Ormsby's watching too. Gary Ormsby Jr. His dad was a NHRA Top Fuel champion based out of good old Auburn, California, working out of a.
Nothing good comes out of Auburn. Give me a break.
Gary Ormsby did.
Oh, all right.
1989 Top Fuel champion.
That's awesome.
Nothing
Yeah.
else good comes out of Auburn.
Do you know the Magnuson's Toyota dealer in Auburn on Highway 49? The Top Fuel car based out of that in the 80s.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. Back to where were we? Where you were running over people.
Yeah, running over people and then apologizing to them and feeling bad.
But,
but
guess
then
what? You got in the feature.
then yeah, so we got into the feature. You started 13.
So yeah, back to my poor me story. I thought I was gonna finish second.
Good thing you're not talking tonight.
That would have. I changed my mind. I'm talking. I would have put me in row 5. So the way the heat race panned out, moving back to row 7. Another where I'm like that close to something good happening.
Yeah. And then, so interesting, the B main, it almost started being like the bottom was the preferred line. So I'm thinking, okay, that's gonna wear out eventually or whatever.
Well, let's back up. We
Back
didn't
up
even
even
pack track
further?
tonight. Did you know we weren't even going to drive on the track?
Yeah, they told us.
I missed the driver's meeting because it said 5:30, and we're driving in there, and I hear Hess over the PA talking. I'm like, I think I'm missing the driver's meeting. So yeah, if I would have been the first car to push off,
You would have went on the track.
I would have drove on the track, and I know
You
Hess
would've
would have
looked like
fucking
an idiot,
and
yes.
exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
we didn't even
hates
drive
when
on the
people
track
don't listen
tonight.
at the
They were
drivers'
like
meeting.
anti-packing track. We packed the track enough at
That would've been
Placerville.
great. I would've
We're never
enjoyed
packing
that.
track again.
Yeah.
I would have wanted a radio just for that.
Oh,
Just to
Hess
hear
would have
him
blown
yell
us
at you,
gas.
yeah.
Yelled at
I
you
do
every time
too.
you're on the track.
Do you not listen at the driver's meeting?
No, I
He
don't.
likes telling people, you don't listen? Like, we said this at the driver's meeting. Knock it off.
I got to be involved in a Colby coming over. All right, so tires. This is kind of where we're different with high limits. And he's all,
Oh, really?
and he's like, yeah, we're gonna let him run this, but you can't run this, so you can't run HTW,
Oh, those have been long gone.
but you can run this or you can run this. And he's all right, you guys mark them. And Colby's all, yeah. I'm like, he doesn't mark tires. Colby doesn't, right? Silver
No,
Dollar
I
doesn't.
didn't
No.
like the tire roll tonight. I
So
thought that
then
was
Mike said, I've got the
unnecessary.
paint. So he goes, well, I'm good with you marking them, but you got to let them run what they want to run.
Yeah, but we had to qualify and run the same on the qualify and main event on the same tire, which I think once they said that, everybody runs around like, oh shit, and we all bought new tires to qualify on, so we had a new tire for the feature. I think if they just would have left well enough alone, it would have just all kind of. I bet less tires would have been bought tonight if they would have just left it alone. That's my opinion.
Well, how does that make sense? You have to run one tire for qualifying and the whole night, basically.
No,
No.
you
You
take
take
it
it off
off
for
and
the
you run
heat
it for
and
the
the
main
dash.
event.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it would almost.
Is that A main only, or like if you're in the B, you have to? No, it's
No.
just for the A main.
Yes,
I'm like, how do you make a tire last that long?
you'd have to change it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
like I said, my theory is once all of a sudden they give you this rule where they say you have to run this tire in qualifying in the feature, racers being racers all look at each other and go buy a new tire. So everybody, I'm assuming, bought a new tire tonight. That's 50 fucking tires. But anyways, go back to the main event.
Yeah, so they reworked the track. B main, it seemed like the bottom was starting to kind of be the dominant line. 1 and 2, a lot of the faster guys were making the top work. But then they went out and reworked the track, and they mainly reworked the bottom. And I'm like, are they going to make this too good, like, for the whole main event? But
Nope.
whatever they did, like, I thought was perfect. Like, the bottom was pretty dominant the beginning part of the race, and then it started to wear out, and, like, you had to move around, and it got pretty racy up top. Curb was a little tricky and treacherous, but great job with the track tonight. So night one of Gold Cup, like they did their homework, and I thought they made all the right calls as far as track conditions go.
I disagree.
This guy doesn't like
Dry slick
tracks.
Yeah.
He doesn't like not having a wheel pack.
I like wheel packing, and I like traction. And I like popping wheelies, and I like freaking bouncing through the turns. All these majestic slow motion slide
Just
jobs.
FYI.
Troy thought you were running a 3/8 tonight.
I was kind of going forward. I thought we were decent, and then I got to a car that was kind of drove through the infield and screwed me all up, and I lost like 4 positions. I mean, he wasn't doing anything wrong, like a dickhead move. He ended up in the infield and come flying out in front of me, and there I was. I just freaking 4-wheel drifted right through the middle, and I had people driving on the outside of me and on the inside of me. So then I went into, well, watch this next lap. I'm going to just smoke all these guys on the top. And I got tight. And it was like one of those deals where, like, it might stay on, it might not, it might stay on. And then it freaking just snapped around, spun out. And I was thinking, like, just pull in. Your night's done. But I stayed out.
Because it was still early enough
Yeah,
in the A,
and
so you had time.
I actually thought I went forward a few spots. Like, this is cool. And then I got to Mitri, and he kind of did one of these off of turn 2, and we did one of those.
Okay.
And I flew off the turn like I was going to eat the blocks.
Oh.
So I got over there and I went, wah, 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 and I sucked my ass in, and I just missed the foam blocks. And at that point,
Off turn 2?
I said, enough's enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I was. Did you guys think I was going to hit the foam blocks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you happy I didn't hit the foam blocks? Okay.
They
Were you
want-
mad that I pulled off at that point?
No.
Okay, yeah. See, I mean, I dodged enough bullets tonight to where I didn't need to stay out there and reboot again.
Yeah.
But you went forward.
Yeah. We
Hard
started.
charger.
Were you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or are you just making that up?
No, he was.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Where'd you start?
Started 17th. Just kind of picked my way around the bottom. Picked off a guy here or there. Yeah, I saw some 92 car in the middle of the track. You can't,
That's when you passed me?
you can't pop wheelies if you're in the middle of the track. Just FYI.
Well, I was dodging the goddamn guy coming out of the infield, tank slapping. It just, he was going to put one guy in a very bad position, and that was me. It didn't really dick him up. He gathered up and kept going, and the 4 guys behind me all ate my ass up. It was just, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Which that happens sometimes. I mean, I don't want you to think, oh, Forsberg's crying the blues. Sometimes things just feng shui your way. Like, it worked for you. Like, you
Right.
ate me up.
Yeah.
I lost 4 spots.
Right.
And then lost my roadmap, drove off the track. But let's talk about the end of the race. Did you
Yeah,
know there was
so-
a huge crowd here tonight?
Do I know there was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw.
Okay, do you know why they were probably such a good crowd?
Yeah.
Why?
You called it earlier. It's the Kyle Larson effect.
Okay, so Kyle Larson was here, and he was leading the race, and the fans were going to get what they wanted. And then he got crashed.
Oh. Well, so yeah, you were. I was listening to you on your phone, and it sounded like you were watching the replay. So I haven't seen, or I just kind of heard stories about it.
Yeah, so Sanders and Larson were racing for the lead. Larson was probably going to win. He was kind of moderately checked out. And then he got to like 9 lap cars doing this.
Yeah.
And it really dicked up Kyle. And I thought Sanders was ahead of him enough to where Sanders at that time took control of the race.
Almost had the right of way.
Yeah. And they got together, and Sanders knocked Larson into the foam block. So the thousands of people that were here, I heard, were booing Sanders. Personally, I don't really think he did anything wrong.
No, yeah.
He
I mean-
bowed to the booers
He
on
what?
the front stretch.
He
Kyle-
bowed.
so he was-
he's like copying Kyle Busch.
Kyle. So
I
he's feeding
mean,
into it.
Yeah.
if I was Kyle, I'm probably am mad at Justin just because
Sure.
that's what you do.
Yeah.
But I mean, me being non-biased, like I don't really care who did or didn't win. I kind of look at that and be like, I think they both would have done the same thing if the roles were reversed.
Okay.
Someone just came out on the short end of the stick.
I'm gonna have to watch that replay.
There were a lot of lappers right there too, so it's like
Kyle got really screwed up. Like
Yeah.
he went into turn 1.
super
And
slow.
instead of taking the right angle, it's like he kind of pushed the front end up, and Sanders had the proper angle all the way through the turn, and then just moved up the
Is that
track.
on the bottom? Or
Yeah.
They were running the bottom.
Yeah, it
Okay.
it checked Kyle up to where I think he chose to run into the bottom, and he just didn't make the turn right correctly. So that's my opinion. I mean, I like Justin, I like Kyle. I mean, I didn't care if one or the other won. That was my opinion.
All right.
And you know what everybody says about opinions? They're like assholes. We all have them, and they all stink. I would like to see. Maybe I'll find it. Let's watch it and see your reaction.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, keep filibuster.
We had.
Oh wait,
Owen-
now I'm the first thing on my phone is us.
Is you? That's weird.
I wonder what you guys are saying. You should turn it on.
Filibuster while I find it.
So, start 17th, worked my way through the field. Like, there was a couple of fast cars. Larson, obviously. Shane Golovic fell off the track. So, a couple good guys up front that fell out. But, like, I legitimately drove up, got into 7th at one point, ended up 8th. So, it wasn't too shabby. So, yeah, he got pushed up there. Oh. It was kind of right rear to more left rear than the front of him.
Kyle finally got it straightened out, and he just gets a hell of a run off the cushion.
Yeah.
It makes up a half a car length. But look how far up Justin is. I mean, Justin's a half a car length ahead of him.
Yeah.
It's like you can't really blame anybody, right? It's like
Right.
you want to blame someone. That's human nature.
But
It's got to be somebody's fault.
But you're Larson, you're definitely pissed. Like, you got wheeled. Like, you're... Essentially, he moved up, so he's on the curb right now, like, running the curb, and then somebody feeds you a right rear, kind of. I 100% understand why he's upset, but
Justin doesn't really
I
do
don't
much
think
too crazy.
I don't think he did anything, like, super dirty. Like,
Yeah.
he drove her in there. It was so close.
So the problem here now
So
too is
close.
Justin does have a little bit of a reputation for being a brute.
Yeah,
So
some people have even fought him in the pits.
I didn't fight him. I just had a combo with him.
With hands involved?
With pushing and shoving.
So funny
and-
story. Yeah, I had a discussion with Sanders after a heat race at Merced, and the way they pit us at Merced, we got to go through that little tiny gate to get out to the parking lot. So I didn't want to go talk to him or have a fight at his trailer because nothing ever.
You won the heat race and he got second.
And
but
he tried.
was
He's
beating
fucking
and banging on
He
you.
put a move on me that was not gonna work, and I don't know how I didn't flip my ass off. But so I just stopped my car at the gate and blocked the whole damn road and got out. But he beat me out of his car. I don't know how he got out of his car that fast.
It's like he knew.
He knew I was coming for him, but he came for me, and then all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
There's video of it, but you
There's
gotta look
great
for it.
video.
It's like way down below in the way low interwebs.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I mean, shit happens.
And it's
Gold Cup started off great.
sorry, like it says a
Controversy.
lot coming from you who has had issues with him in the past. Merced, you guys talked it out, but
With
then
our
now you're
arms.
kind of like giving him the benefit of the doubt here. So like
Well,
it's your honest opinion.
That's what happens when you get old. You can admit, you can admit you're wrong, right?
Yeah,
you wouldn't
yes.
apologize. Like
yeah,
an 18-year-old kid's not going to take blame for that. What you did tonight.
yeah,
So when
Hey.
you get old, you can just say, "Hey, this is how it was.
yeah.
Nobody did anything wrong."
Little kids, it goes a long way to apologize because, like, Justin got into you at Chico a month ago or so,
Yeah.
and immediately, I mean, he got out of his because I was pissed and I was like, that sucked,
Yeah.
and then he immediately got out of his car and walked all the way down, or rode his scooter or bike or whatever,
Yeah, all these
walked
drivers
straight
wear
into the
race
trailer
electric bikes
and
now.
talked to Sean, apologized to him, and I was like, I'm good.
I'm sorry, like
I'm good.
Jonathan, or Justin, does not drive to wreck people.
Yeah.
Like he's just
He does
really
drive
fast
hard.
and he's
He drives
super aggressive. And like if
He's got a lot of wins.
you're kind of in the way, like he doesn't care. Like he's going forward and like you're an obstacle in his way. So, but he's not a dirty driver. Like he's not taking people out on purpose.
Not like you.
Right. That's how I roll nowadays.
So
It's the only
is
way I
he the
can
new
beat
Sean
people.
Becker and you're the new Justin Sanders?
Yeah.
What does that
No.
make me?
I'm the new Justin Sanders that doesn't win. That's my new role. That doesn't sound sexy at all. To be Justin Sanders with no wins, that ain't fun. You want to be aggressive to have the wins. Like I'm aggressive to get the last transfer
You
spot.
should check it out.
Brian Cannon.
No.
Brian Cannon
sent you
texted
something,
you.
but he found it. Someone else created this
The-
photo.
Oh,
The
nice.
We don't know who.
I had nothing to do with it.
That's awesome.
Don't need to be quick.
Podium finish,
Oh,
boys.
you know what? Let's continue the gossip. So, guess who the trophy girl tonight was?
Who's the trophy girl?
Girls
Kyle Larson's daughter.
and Sammy.
And his daughter or
And his
niece.
niece.
So yeah, I did see a picture, and it might have just been a one,
Sure,
a million different
sure.
frames, but
They were
kids
not
weren't too
smiling.
happy about being on the Victory Lane stage with Justin Sanders because
Oh.
Daddy and Uncle got wore out.
Have you ever been in that situation where you kind of won something, did something cool, and the crowd is not happy with you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was a time in Placerville that they threw beer bottles over the fence at me, and
After a win?
Candace
I'll
got
tell you
escorted
what.
out, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Placerville.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I spun out Jimmy Truly one night. He was leading the
Oh.
Forney.
Why would you spin out the
Okay.
gentleman?
No, here's the deal. And his crew guys even fessed up to me later. He just took a different entry in
Always
a
kinda
wide
does.
entry, right?
He's very arc it into the corner, and he's running the bottom, but he kind of arcs it and goes down. And if you're trying to run the high line,
Yeah, you
he's
gotta,
right
oh,
in that
shit.
spot, and you're trying to squeeze past him.
Yeah, so I
it's
got
tough.
to him and I just barely hooked. It's like I got to him and I'm like, oh shit! And I barely hooked him, spun him out. So now I'm leading the Forney, right? I got rid of Truly. So then I go out there and flip my ass off in the lead. Oh, the fucking crowd was like, yeah! Forsberg, fuck you! The police escorted her out. Candace and Kaylin got escorted out. The crowd wanted to
Jesus.
kill her.
Like I had anything to do
But now they like me. They say, oh, here comes Forsberg. You ran 19th last week. Yeah, Forsberg. So it's, I'm like the old guy. They're just
Ebbs
like,
and flows for
well,
sure.
this old fart. Let's just give him some love. He's only got a couple more years
We
left.
painted him
Yeah,
for
but
2
Kyle
decades.
got booed
Why
at
not?
Knoxville this year, right? And he's all, I hear the boos, I hear the boos.
Really?
Like, oh yeah.
Wow.
For-
So
Yeah.
let's see. For winning a
For
race. Yeah,
Just
I
winning
mean,
too much.
Yeah.
I used to get booed when I used to win all the time. But guess what? I did it cleanly. I will say that. I'm not bullshitting that. I don't think I can think of a race that I won where I got out of the car and was like, I'm sorry, I wore you out. I
Yeah.
honestly can't. And I got a good memory for stupid statistics.
Yeah.
And if I have, it's been few and far between. But I definitely never had a trophy girl of somebody that I just wore out that was related to that person.
Yeah, that's a new one.
I did run over Jason York one time racing for the lead here. We were parked next to each other, and Candace and Julie had just become friends. But it was a racing deal.
Julie probably took it well.
She was beat a snatch, too. Yeah, they were all freaking stomping around. I mean, I came off the bottom, and Jason was coming on the top.
Yeah.
And we just kind of met.
Oh, you did a Sanders to Larson.
No, it was further down the straightaway.
Okay.
And I just ran over his front end,
Oh.
and folded his front end, and God, oh yeah.
Julie usually takes things that well.
Take a picture with you guys.
Well, you can take a picture.
Come
That's
take
right.
a picture.
You guys suck.
Welcome to Shark Tales Live with Andy.
Is that Pink Floyd? Are they playing Pink Floyd? I feel like the pavilions, there's Pink
He's
Floyd
got a
going
Logan
on right
Seavey
now.
shirt on.
This
Which-
guy's super cool if you got a Logan Seavey shirt
How did
on.
you get that?
Oh, he don't know how to do it.
No.
Give it to
I love you guys.
He has a flip phone. He legit doesn't know how to do that.
Live?
You're
Where'd your friends go?
on
Camera.
camera.
Happy Gold Cup, everybody. We're here.
We got a couple
Go.
here, and
I love you, Andy, and I love you, Sean.
Yay!
You are the man.
Bud. Appreciate you.
Brother's got a hug.
there you go.
Why, thank you.
Let's go. Good way to end. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
and
finish her
where
up.
are we going? Oh, wait.
Oh,
are you
hello?
wait. How are you
Are we-
still up?
Good God.
You were up till 4 o'clock this morning. You got up to play golf at 6:30.
Yeah.
You played golf.
Yeah.
Any hole-in-ones?
No. We had one good golfer, and he broke his back carrying us 3.
What about your ringer? What about your Tiger
that's
Woods
the one.
Yeah,
impersonator?
he was awesome, and we just kind of like pooped the bed for him.
Oh, you weren't the
But
winner?
it was still fun. Kyle Larson's group, like whoever set that up, like this was by far the best Gold Cup golf tournament I've ever been a part of.
Brad said they could have sold it twice.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, so that's cool. I guess that just shows the vibe. The
Yes,
vibe of Gold Cup's getting going
100%.
again. So yeah.
A lot of drivers out there, because like a lot of times.
There's a great question on here.
What's that?
Are you coming back to Douglas County?
Hell no, I'm not coming back to Douglas County. I couldn't get out of there fast enough. If I could have, I would have taken the checkered flag and drove straight to fucking back to Auburn if I could have that night. That track's too much like Tulare.
Oh, it's too fast for this guy.
It's not too fast. I just don't like driving up on the wall like Joey Chitwood.
Oh, that was so good.
So, you're running Tulare this year.
Yeah. I just had a powwow with the team. I told them I got a list of tracks next year that I am not going to. You better find a driver or we're just going to Marysville those nights.
No. I'm calling BS, dude.
Yeah.
Nope.
There's so many times I've heard this.
Nope,
Like,
I'm making
Antioch?
up my mind.
This place is disgusting.
Nope.
I'm
Oh,
never
yeah.
coming
I'm
here
adding
again.
Antioch to the list, too, now.
SCCT race. Okay, I guess I'm going to Antioch.
You know what? Hey,
Tulare,
Paul,
never going to Tulare
don't worry
again.
though. Antioch's been on the list multiple times.
I know. So has Tulare.
The list doesn't
No,
mean anything.
know
Tulare's
what?
been on the list.
I
I ain't
sh-
racing that place.
I'm just joking about Antioch. Antioch's fine. It's just you just got to wear a bulletproof vest and hope you don't get shot. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
don't
this
leave
year,
your trailer
nobody getting in your
unlocked.
car.
Yeah, whose car got broken into? Was it?
Remember,
Okay, yeah, Paul's partner got broken into.
yeah,
So,
we all moved our cars into the pit, so
I mean, it's just not a good part of town. I mean, it's just like I'm in my golden years of racing. So I mean, I don't want to go to shitholes. And
You're the
shit.
golden bachelor of racing.
Oh no, I'm not
Oh.
that bad.
Aw.
That was generic. I don't. Who wants to see them old wrinkled up catcher's mitts, man? I want to see the hotties. Golden Bachelor. Did that get renewed for another year?
I don't know.
Better not have.
Sean's never watched a
I know
Bachelor
you're a
episode.
bachelor
You
and
would know that.
bachelorette.
Hey, I mean, if you're a girl and you're
Groupie.
watching The Bachelorette, there's a bunch of hunks, and if you're a guy watching The Bachelor, there's a bunch of hotties. But the Golden Bachelor, they're all a bunch of 75-year-old battle axes. I don't want to watch that shit.
But maybe the golden people do.
Well, that doesn't mean I want to watch
right?
it, though.
Right.
I mean, if I'm 75, I still want to watch a 25-year-old girl on TV. All right, have we yacked enough?
Yeah.
What's going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow, do you know?
Oh, shit, I don't know.
Have-
Yeah, so we're supposed to do a legit show tomorrow in the pavilion.
It's said
On-
on every banner that they've posted that
We're on the
it's
banner, by the way.
supposed to be at noon, and then 2 days.
Giving away free beer.
They're giving
At
away free
noon?
beer.
Yeah, free beer at noon when we do our show.
And then 2 days ago, Copeland said, "Yeah, we're gonna do it like between 4 and 5." And Brad Sweet's there. He's like, they need to race. They need to get ready to race." He's all, let's do like 3. Like, Copeland wants basically to get people who are coming for the races to kind of check it out before they get here. But when you do it at noon, it's basically
Maybe
just
we'll
kind
just
of
do
the
a 3-hour
campground.
show so they all win. 12 to 3.
I don't think I can
My
talk
phone won't
that
last
long.
that long.
I did see something funny at the end of the night tonight. So just when you think Gold Cup's back and they're making money, the Easy Up tent at the concession stand blew over the fucking building and just blew it all to smithereens.
Oh, Jesus.
We tried fixing it, but it's, yeah. So
Oh.
they were out $99 on an Easy Up tent tonight.
Who are you interviewing tomorrow?
So we're gonna
Can we get Sanders?
We could have.
We
Sanders,
talked
I mean-
about getting a main winner.
Yeah, I mean that might be.
That's what I said. Let's get
How about
Sanders and Day.
Sanders, Corey Day, and Kyle?
There it is.
Kyle's gone.
Oh well. How let's
We
get
were
his,
gonna get
let's get his
Sweet, though,
let's get his
right?
daughter on there. She didn't seem too happy with him. So yeah, that's to be determined.
right.
Knowing, let's see, do we know what night Justin's racing? Because he's a workaholic. He's probably working on his car. If I know how he rolls,
Yeah,
he's
and I think-
very hands on. He's like the Sammy Swindell of this generation, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
for sure.
He likes to have his fingertips on everything, and he's super smart.
Yeah.
So he would be a
And
really
I think
good crew chief.
Thursday is his race day.
Right, okay.
So, yeah.
Well, it'll be a surprise then. Let's see. What did Blue say?
Figure that out. It's coming
Okay,
right around
yeah.
the corner.
John Ballou moved to Indiana in 2020. So out of California, I bet you missed that, huh? Okay, that's it for night.
So come to Gold Cup to the pavilion
3,
between 12 and 3.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to do some type of post that says, okay, in a half an hour, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
what place did you finish tonight?
8.
8th, okay, good job. I got 24th.
Great.
Yay.
Good job.
Turn it off.
Let's go.